There are times in life when we pray, we try, we give our best, and yet nothing seems to change. It feels like God is silent. Maybe you've been waiting for something, a breakthrough, an answer, a dream to come true, but all you see are closed doors. I want to share a real story with you. There was a young boy named Daniel who loved soccer more than anything. He practiced every single day, dreaming of making the school team. Tryouts came, and he gave it his all. But when the results were posted, his name wasn't there. He didn't make the team. He was heartbroken. He had worked so hard, prayed so much, and still, he failed. He went home that day and asked, God, why? Why did you let this happen? Maybe you've been there too. Maybe you've tried your best at something, but it still didn't work out. Maybe you studied hard, but didn't get the grade you wanted. Maybe you wanted to be friends with someone, but they ignored you. Maybe you've prayed for something, but God hasn't answered. Daniel didn't understand why God had closed this door, but what he didn't know was that God was preparing something greater. A few months later, his school announced a new opportunity, an advanced training program for young athletes. This program wasn't just for soccer, but for all sports. The best coaches would be training students to improve their skills. And guess what? The same coach who had rejected Daniel for the school team invited him personally to join this program. It turns out that if Daniel had made the soccer team, he wouldn't have been available for this training. And this training prepared him not just for soccer, but for bigger opportunities ahead. Sometimes we don't understand why God says no, or not yet. But what we see as a setback is often God's way of setting us up for something better. Look at the story of Joseph in the Bible. He had big dreams, but instead of success, he was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, and thrown into prison. He must have wondered, God, where are you? Why is this happening? But in time, Joseph saw the bigger picture. If he hadn't gone through those struggles, he would never have become a ruler in Egypt. What seemed like a series of painful failures was actually God's path to something greater. Jeremiah 29:11 says, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. You may not understand why things happen the way they do. You may feel like God is silent, but he is not ignoring you. He is working behind the scenes. The delay is not a denial. God is preparing something better for you. So don't give up. Don't stop trusting him. Keep praying, keep believing, and keep walking by faith. Because one day you will look back and see that God's plan was greater than you ever imagined.